I don't know, Katie screamed at everything. I can tell you. Yeah, well, she wanted Freddie, the horse that she loved. Aunt Mary had gotten some money, and now after Daddy died, Aunt Mary was to us like a second mom. All of her money, everything was devoted to her brother's children. And she had gotten some money, so she told each of us that we could pick out something. Katie wanted a horse. She wanted this $500 horse. And Aunt Mary tried her best to talk her out of that. I got the piano. The place was going out of business, so I got the piano for $300 and something. And Mary got this opal ring with diamonds around it that was stolen from when she gave it to Fran. Somebody broke into Fran's house. And
Jeez.
I said, for God's sake, Mary, anyway. Katie wouldn't back off that horse. And her famous thing to say, oh, I wish I'd never been born. She didn't get away. She'd wish she'd never been born.
I remember her saying that. I do have a memory of her saying
that. Oh,
so.
I wish I'd never been born. Oh. And when
Yeah.
she said that, yeah. So when Mary gave in, got the $500 horse. And she did love that horse. Yeah. And she did the same thing when she married Foch, and he moved that house originally was built just like 3 rooms.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Aunt Sophie's property, built by the oil company, Gulf. And when they went out there, well, of course, they were glad to. And they had to pay Aunt Sophie a fee. The Swans lived on there.
Mm-hmm.
No, not real swans, but people. But people swans.
So that was their last name?
And
Swan?
what?
The Swans were their last name?
Swan was their last name. Mary Jo Swan was in my class at school. And she'd walk down and ride with us to school. And so when folks moved that house over there on the property, he wanted Mother to, and I was down here working. He said, well, he should have a deed to the property because Mother owned the property. And I said, deeding 10 acres. And Clarence asked me, he said, why are there 2 deeds? So I told him the story. I said, Mother just deeding 10 acres because that's, enough. So she did. Folks didn't like that. He wanted the whole thing. A child's part of hers. And I told Mother no. Because what if all of us decided that? Then my mother would have nothing. Mm-hmm. My daddy had left the property to her.
How big was the property at this point?
It was like a little under 900 acres.
Okay.
Was Katie's farm.
Yeah, but as a whole, like when it was...
A little over 3,000 acres.
Wow.
And she did the same thing when Mother said, well, the 10 acres. And well, she just persisted. And Mother resisted for a while. And my mother was the easiest going thing. She never complained. She just did what she had to do. This time she didn't call me. She didn't even call Martin. She went ahead and deeded the property. But while this was going on, Katie's famous things. Oh, I wish I'd never been born. I told her, I said, you need to get a new cry, Katie. I said, That was but that's how and then when John married Ann, and so mother said, well, they don't have much. They don't have anything. But when they get their part of the property, but I was in the car. I said, over my dead body. And Orly looked at me and said, you're serious? I said, I certainly am. I said, it shouldn't have ever happened the first time. But it did. But it'll never happen the second time as long as I'm alive. That property belongs to my mother until we die, until she dies. And that's just the way I feel.